Here we go. So officially, welcome to this afternoon's webinar. We've got a few viewers already, which is great. And as the screen says, today we're going to be talking about Spectrio's new digital signage CMS and how it benefits customers or prospective customers. And so before we officially get going, let me just say, if you have any questions or comments about it, feel free to leave them in the chat. I will bring it up on my screen so that, where am I going here? There we go. So I'll be monitoring it throughout, and if I catch it during a specific slide, we'll answer it then, or if not, there's a part towards the end where we'll get into them. So first and foremost, hello, I'm Doug, and I'm a content strategist here at Spectrio, and as the text says, a veteran of the digital signage industry. I think I got my first job doing digital signage back in 2013 now, so it's been 5 years or so that I've been making content and helping customers with their digital signage strategy. And I started a company called Vital Media, but before I joined Spectrio, I was working at a company called 10-Foot Wave. And so you're probably wondering, what is 10-Foot Wave and why is that important to the story? I'll tell you. So 10-Foot Wave was a digital signage company that started in 2008 by a few guys, Jeff, Lewis, and their initial target was sports bars, trying to help those industries kind of brand their screens right, because you go to a sports bar and they've got 20, 30, maybe more screens. But over time, the company evolved. They got some deals with Compass Group, with Goodyear, places like that. And so they found themselves doing more retail-oriented digital signage. The markets they really addressed were automotive, colleges, and then eventually dental, vet, and more. But really any business could use 10-Foot Wave's digital signage. And really the reason is because they had built a custom CMS, content management system, to power that digital signage. So what you ended up having over the years was digital signage powered by 10-Foot Wave. And the presentation may be coming through a little choppy, but you can see that it's kind of branded entertainment wraps, it's talking head videos, it's automotive menu boards, restaurant menu boards, animation, static graphics. This was all within the realm of capabilities with the 10-Foot Wave digital signage. So in February of 2018, Spectrio and 10-Foot Wave merged, or 10-Foot Wave was acquired. And when Spectrio made this purchase, they now became the owners of this CMS. The content management system, again, sorry if I keep using acronyms, but so now instead of having various CMSs that power the Spectrio digital signage, they own their own CMS that 10-Foot Wave had built and refined over the years. And so that's where we really wanted to get to today, was to talk to what are the advantages of this new CMS, because you may be thinking that this is a little bit in the weeds or too technical and it doesn't really apply, but the truth is it has provided a tremendous value to the 10-Foot Wave customers over the year. And that's one of the things that really made the business successful. So we're going to talk about a few things. The first and foremost being that the new CMS provides the do-it-yourself model. This gives customers a chance to have a login where they can go into and make changes themselves, whether it's updating their playlist, uploading their content, changing their menus. this gives the end user the ability to quickly and easily push updates to their screen. And so we'll take a look at what this looks like in a little bit, but this is probably the most powerful function of Spectrio's new CMS, is that when a customer signs up, they now have access to a portal where they can log in and make some changes themselves and get things done instantly. Kind of branching off of that is the new CMS has editable templates in it. It's a specific part of the DIY model that allows customers to create their own content without needing design software. So 10-Foot Wave had a wide range of customers. The big corporate ones, they have entire departments dedicated to cranking out content that would ultimately end up on the digital signage. But for the smaller, independent, single location ones, they might not have that design team. So over the years, 10-Foot Wave has been adding to the template library so that customers could create their own stuff, whether it's a promotion, an employee template, an educational slide. I think the number's over 50 templates that people can choose from, and it may be more. This is another thing we'll look at in a second, but being able to log into the CMS means being able to create content yourself. So moving along, the next thing that you see with kind of this new CMS is cost savings that ultimately get passed on to the customer. So when you own your own CMS, you don't have to pay a third party to license their software, right? Spectrio bought the IP that 10-Foot Wave was operating on. And now I think customers are going to see the benefit of that. I was talking with a sales rep a couple weeks ago who was on the phone with a prospective customer, and she found out that that location was paying 4 times what she proposed for digital signage, and the location canceled it because it was too expensive. And so our sales rep says, "Oh, this is all ours costs," and I was like, "Wow, how can it be so cheap?" And there's a lot of reasons, to be honest, but I think that one of them is that Spectrio no longer has to license third parties when using this new CMS. So hopefully our customers will see the benefit of that. And there's other advantages too. For example, I forgot to mention how simple setup is with the hardware that comes with the CMS software on it. With the new CMS, it can come on a device pre-programmed so that all you have to do is connect it to power, connect it to a TV via HDMI, and content will start playing. It comes as a plug-and-play solution. And from there, you connect it to Wi-Fi, and now you're able to push updates to it. That's getting back to DIY. That's how it connects to from the CMS on your computer to the player that's plugged into your TV. It literally takes 5 minutes to set up, and that's it. And then this is just what kind of we're highlighting today, right? We're continuing to improve the CMS and add new functionality to it. The people down the hall from me are the ones kind of pioneering that, and there's a lot of cool stuff they're going to be rolling out, I think, sooner rather than later. So, if you want those updates and see what's new with our software, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or subscribe on YouTube. We'll be pushing out more content here, kind of giving these behind the scenes looks at what it is that our CMS really does and can benefit the customer. So with that being said, I think we should hop in, take a quick look around, not get too deep into it, but show a couple high level things that highlight kind of the main things that customers have really liked over the year, or the things they found tremendous benefit in. So if we hop over here, you can see that this is, once you log in, this is the dashboard that you see. We're logged in right now as Joe, our fictional mechanic who runs a automotive repair shop. So some of the content and layouts you see may be specific to that, but whatever your industry, whether it's healthcare, restaurant, hotel, whatever, there's wrap, there's content, there's a solution for you. We're just looking at Joe the mechanic today. So to get started, we will look at making a menu update, okay? So on the left-hand side over here, we're going to go into our playlist, and we'll see some tabs at the top. We've got the menu board, but we've also got the waiting room TV. But for this one, we're going to take a look at the menu board. So hopping on over to edit, you'll kind of see this is, do I have to enable this? Yes. Oh, it took me back. Let's try hopping back in there. Okay, perfect. So you can kind of see a preview of what the screen would look like. And so to update a menu item, we're just going to scroll down here to menu group 1, and that's what's on the screen now. And you can see there's room for multiple menu groups. But let's say you're having a slow month, and it's the end of the month. You really need to start generating revenue. Okay, you come into the menu board, maybe jack up your prices a little bit, save changes. And just like that, the updated pricing would get pushed to the menu board. So who knew it could be so easy to increase the revenue associated with oil changes. But that's one example of how easy it is to make an update in the CMS. So back here in our playlist window, the next thing we'll do is upload something we've created outside of the CMS. So again, this is for people who kind of have the capabilities, whether it's internal design or something you get from a franchise. But if you have your own media, you can upload it by just clicking that. We're going to add some files. Let's take a look at our desktop. Got this feedback graphic here that I created. It's also in our CMS, but I pulled it out to use as an example here. So let's start the upload. Successfully create it. And then it's going to ask us which ones we want to add it to. So you can push content to multiple screens at the same time. Let's save it. And if we scroll down in our playlist, you can see we've added it. I think I might have added it yesterday, kind of testing this out, but there it is. It should only be in there once, but you guys get the idea. So again, we've made a menu, menu change, quick and easy. We've uploaded our own graphic, quick and easy. Now let's take a look at some of the editable templates that I had talked about previously. So for that one, we're going to go into the saved templates folder. Let's go to the template library. And here you can kind of browse all the different templates that we have available. There's multiple pages, there's multiple categories where you can sort. But for this one, we're going to use this coupon template. So it's got a little bit of animation caked in. So literally, we can just call this our oil change special. Yeah. See associate for details, and then name our price, $19.99, because not everyone wants to pay over $100 for an oil change. So let's save our changes. You can see it over there. And just like that, we've kind of created our own coupon that now, once we hit save changes, it also gets added to the playlist. So if we go over here, back to playlists, and we scroll down. Whoop, I didn't add it. I just created it. Where'd it go? Here it is. If we add it to the playlist now, we can choose. We'll just put this one in the menu board. Hit add. Now it's in the playlist. There it is. And you're seeing kind of the default thumbnail for it there. That's why it's not reflecting the price. But if we went into edit, and we can capture a custom thumbnail, hit OK. But you can see it's still the same one as before. Save changes, exit out, and now we've updated the thumbnail for the playlist. Okay. So last thing I want to look at is one of our more popular templates, which is employee recognition. So if we hop back into Save Templates, we're going to use the drop down here, and we're going to go to Template Library first. And we're going to look at employee recognition. So you see we got a few to choose from, and we're going to work with this one today. So we'll select it, and you'll see something similar to before. You've got some text fields over here. So we'll call the employee name Gary. We could write a little bit about Gary, like Gary has been a part of our family since 2013, exclamation point. And then if we wanted to, we can add a photo, which we should, right? Because this isn't what Gary looks like. So we'll click replace here. And I think, yeah, the uploader logo is not coming through because it's opened in a different tab, but it works like any upload photo would. I've got him over there. It says it should be good. All right, so if I exit out of that and I click Save Changes over here, there's Gary. Now you've all met my cat. So introducing, customers, guests, patients, however you call your audience, to your staff can be as easy as just, uploading a photo and adding a little bit of text, and there you see Gary. So what I didn't do with the coupon, I'll do now, and that's Actions Add to Playlist. So you can do it right from there. So again, we will add that. And there you go. Hop back over into our playlist. And there he is. We grab a custom thumbnail like we did before. So that way, as we take a look at our playlist, you can just, it organizes it a little bit better. So yeah, that's just a few examples of the types of things you could do. And I mean, what we've spent, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe less, doing those few things. So managing your playlist is really easy. One last thing I guess we'll look at is just adding stuff from the content library, right? Spectrio has always provided customers with content, and 10-foot Wave did as well. So now if you wanted to add something and not create it yourself, let's keep looking at oil changes here. Just using that, you can scroll, you can preview things. We'll add one of these spokesperson series.